My name is Paige. I'm a 29-year-old office employee. I'm now pleased and fulfilled at work and in my personal life, but my sister Briella, who's 2 years younger than me, is giving me a hard time because she keeps stealing my things one after another. Only mine! She never does from my parents or her friends for some reason. When we were little, she always stole my dessert and toys. In high school, she stole earphones I bought with my part-time job's first paycheck and a bag my mom gave me. It was always something expensive and rare. Even my parents scolded her. She would just ignore and not care at all. Other than that, she's so selfish that my parents are troubled by her. There was one time when I had enough and asked her something like, "Hey, Briella, why the hell do you always steal my things?" Then she said, Whenever I steal your things when we were little, I had this sense of pleasure running through my body and a feeling of superiority over you. I felt like I had everything more than you and what you wanted, and it felt so good. Yeah." She said something so disgusting. "Oh, right, guess what? There's a guy named Riley in my class, and he confessed to me that he fell in love with me at first sight. Seems like he's moving somewhere, so he must have taken the plunge. Since he's fat and a nerd, I was grossed out and said no in like a second." Seriously? You are such a terrible person. I can't believe you. After graduating from high school, I went to college in Boston to be free from her. Life without her was so peaceful and I loved it. I made friends and a handsome, caring boyfriend named Benson and was enjoying my campus life. We continued dating after graduating college, and believe it or not, he proposed to me at the same time he got promoted to section manager. I was already in my late 20s before I knew it, so I was so happy that I got engaged to him. I decided to take him to my parents' house to tell them that we got engaged one day. I, of course, didn't want to see Briella, so I told my parents, "Don't tell her that I'll be visiting with my fiancé." So we went at a time when she was likely out. While we were all having a friendly chat in the living room talking about how we met and stuff. "I'm home!" Oh no, Briella came home earlier than expected. Crap, why? Just why? I was gonna hang out with my friend but didn't feel like going, so I canceled it. Huh? Who's that? Oh my god, is that your boyfriend? She began to press her body against him using a wheedling tone of voice while clinging to him. Please don't tell me that this biatch is trying to steal my fiancé away too. I had this really bad feeling, so I took Benson's hand and decided to leave that day. But the following week, he suddenly called me to a cafe, saying that he had something important to tell me. Hey, what did you want to tell me? After sitting down at the table where he was already sitting, he opened his mouth.
Sorry, but I want to break up with you.
He suddenly said that he wanted to break up. What? It was too sudden, so my mind went blank. I could feel tears welling up in my eyes. But then he decided to say something even more outrageous.
Briella found my social media page and sent me a message saying that she wanted to meet up because she had something serious to discuss. Since she's your sister, I agreed on that. And as we were talking, well, I ended up falling in love with her. I'm so sorry, but I love Briella. I want to be with her for the rest of my life.
I couldn't believe what he just said. Briella really stole my fiancé away from me. Wait, why didn't you tell me about this? Also, didn't I tell you all the terrible things she's done to me in the past?
Briella told me not to tell you. Anyways, you said that she's a disgusting person, but she isn't. She's adorable, and I want to protect her at all costs because of her kindness and fragility.
What? Don't you know that you're being deceived? I couldn't bear the overwhelming anger, so I got up, said goodbye, and stormed out of the cafe. After leaving, I immediately blocked Briella and Benson's ID. After telling my parents that Briella stole Benson from me, they cut ties with her. They even told her to get out of the house, but she showed no remorse, ignoring them, and started living with Benson soon after. Then a year later, Briella sent me a message on social media, saying, "I'm going to marry Benson," with a picture. I should have blocked all her social media accounts, but she had the nerve to make a new one and rub it in my face. I, of course, immediately blocked the new account without replying. Then, one day, a few months later, I got a call from an unknown number. I was ignoring it, but I thought it may have been work-related, so I picked it up. but... Hello, Paige! It's me, Briella! What? How did you... I actually bought another phone. Anyway, guess what? Benson and I are in Saipan now for our honeymoon. I love it here. Just to let you know, he was promoted to manager. Ugh, he's so amazing. The wedding was extravagant. I really wish that you, Mom and Dad, were here for reals. This biatch is bragging about how her life is like a celebrity. I don't care. Don't ever call me again. I was so pissed off. Since then, I've been taking out this anger, working desperately to try to erase my past, especially with what happened this year. I didn't want anything to do with Briella anymore. Then, a few days later, when I was standing alone in front of the station... Oh my, is that you, Paige? What a coincidence! Oh God, why is she here? I can't believe that she's right in front of me now. After coming home from Saipan with Benson, we decided to visit here since we both wanted to come. I didn't know that you lived here. Hey, are there any dating spots around here? Can you tell me some? I'm going on a date with him after he comes back from the bathroom. Don't come near me! After trying to walk away from her. What? Why? Hold on! Then she grabbed me by the shoulders. Get off of me! I'm happily engaged right now, so don't ruin it! I also have no business dealing with you. What? Engaged? Seriously? She probably didn't expect my response because she looks very confused. Then... I bet it's some kind of lame-ass nerd. Sorry, but no one could compare to my perfect husband. At that moment, a man came over saying, "Sorry to keep you waiting," with a bright smile. Then Briella said, "Oh, wow, you're handsome." And then she did the usual talking in a wheedling tone of voice. Oh, isn't this the perfect chance to give her a taste of her own medicine? After thinking that, I decided to do something immediately. I wanted to get revenge for what she's done in the past. I want to see her crying, envious face. I need to do it now. Look with those rotten eyes at the happiness I have now. Something you can never take away from me, even if you want to. After putting my arms around him, I said, "He is right. This is actually my fiancé." Right after telling her the truth, her face instantly changed. What? She screamed with her eyes wide open. Are you serious? Your new fiancé is better looking than Benson, but I bet his earnings are lower than his. While she was sweating and muttering to herself, I showed her a picture of the condo where we live now. He's the CEO of a big company, and we live here together. Love it. CEO? After screaming that, she said, "Grr," and stomped her feet a few times. Then she pulled him away from me and wrapped her arms around his. Don't you think that a strict girl like her is boring? I wouldn't be. You'll have fun every single day if you're gonna be with me, I swear. Then she pressed her body against him just like what she did at my parents' house. But that creepy cutesy act won't work on my fiancé. Too bad. And just as I expected, he got mad and said, "Don't touch me," and shook off her arm. What? I'm brighter and more beautiful than her, so dump her and be with me. She was so desperate that it was hilarious. He grinned at her attitude and said,
Hey, long time no see. It's me, Riley. The guy who confessed to you in high school and got verbally abused by you a lot?
What? Riley? Really? Yes. Riley is the CEO of a company that we do business with, and at the time, I had become a workaholic saying, "I've had enough of love." One day, I attended a party with the upper ranks with him present. At the time, I found out that we were from the same hometown and became friends. Then I was shocked to find out that he was the same guy Briella had told me about a long time ago who she dumped because he was fat and gross.
I was very hurt by your words, so I studied hard, did sports, and worked hard to show what I could do. And I was able to get to where I am now. I also got to meet Paige, so thank you.
Seems like she still can't believe that it's Riley in front of her. She's frozen.
I must have been blind at that time. No matter how you look at it, Paige is more beautiful than you, both inside and out.
He said it so bluntly that I couldn't help but burst out laughing. My stomach hurt from laughing so much. Briella was shocked, and at that moment,
Hey, Briella, I just saw everything.
Benson came back from the bathroom.
We're newlyweds, but you're flirting with another guy? That's a divorce. Don't come home.
Wait, Benson! No, it's not what it looks like. While she was mumbling to herself, Benson turned around and walked to the station. No, I don't want a divorce. What should I do? Mom and Dad cut ties with me and I don't work because I live off of Benson's money. She was trembling and her face turned completely pale in an instant. You got what you deserve. You act impulsively, taking things that belong to me, which lead to situations like this. Then Riley and I looked at each other, smiling. She collapsed on the spot and began to cry and scream, shedding so many tears that it looked like a river would form. After that, she and Riley officially divorced. Her life as a celebrity changed completely, and she started working part-time, but she'd never worked properly in her life, so she was fired after a few days. Looks like she's been changing jobs for a while, but no luck. I heard she's living in a cardboard box on the banks of a dirty river somewhere. Benson is also having a hard time. Apparently, in revenge for his divorce, Briella revealed that he had been embezzling company funds. It seems like this was to fulfill her wishes of having an extravagant wedding and honeymoon. Even though he had plenty of money, I guess it still wasn't enough to fulfill her wishes. Benson was fired from his company and is now being taken care of the police. As for me, I'm happily married to Riley. My parents were so happy for our marriage that they were crying. I left my job to become a full-time housewife, and I'm spending every day with my kind and reliable husband. Here's today's dinner. Skewers, Dharma style. Is this okay?
Yep, looks delicious. I have a quiz. Do you know which eye Dharma should be painted from?
I know about them, but not too much. I give up. Which one?
There's no particular rule, but it's common from the left. In some areas in Japan, it seems to be customary to write the eye on the left and the kanji kanao on the right.
I see. Wow, I didn't know that. I have to buy one next time. I'm going to wish to have a healthy baby in the future. Thank you for watching! What kind of crazy people will we get to see next? Stay tuned